Now, it doesn't mean that the questions that they're asking are a result of the presenters not including that information in their paper. It's just not enough time to actually go into great detail when you're presenting a paper, everything that's in there, specifically the literature reviewed. You will have to always review the literature, but you might not always have the time during your presentation to list everyone that you've read in order to help frame your work. So by offering the audience an opportunity to engage first, I'm allowing them to contribute. I'm allowing them to actively engage in the conversation. And it also decreases the number of questions that I would bring up in case there is a pause in the questioning. And if they ask their questions first, I'm still able, if time runs out, to share my questions with those who presented by either emailing it to them, or if I have them written down, I can hand them to them, or I can simply talk to them after the session to discuss the questions and the comments that I had, or to share with them that information, and perhaps we can connect at a later time. The questions, the comments, the feedback, the discussion that takes place during the paper session can help people frame their work or frame their paper, revise their paper, update their paper, restructure their paper, go back and look up information to include in their paper before they submit the final copy that would either be published in the electronic platform offered by the conference, or before they submit it for publication. Now, you have to be mindful when you're doing a paper session or submitting a paper for a conference of the copyright rules that go along with it, because you may or may not be able to submit that paper to another entity. In some cases, you are able to submit that paper to another entity. And in other cases, what it might do is help you to prepare the final work if it was a work in progress. That's something that you would have to include in your conference presentation. You would have to include a note that says, hey, this is a work in progress. In other words, it's not finished. It's not the completed paper. It's not done. And your intent is to submit it to somewhere else so that you can see about getting it published in a journal.